So welcome back to Useful Entertainment, everybody. Today I'm going to start this episode off a little bit different than normal. I've got a viewer slash subscriber, I don't know whatever you are, but I guess I'm encouraging you to subscribe. But I got this guy that's having a problem lining up his power steering pulley with the crank on an Olds. I think it's a G-body Cutlass. And he wanted me to send him a picture of how it goes, but I can do you better than that. Right here, this is the old style power steering pump and pulley setup. You can see it bolts on to the water pump right here. There's another bolt right down in here. And then it's got this side bracket right here that would bolt onto the exhaust manifold when it goes up against the engine. Now, like I said, that's the older style. So I'm going to show you what the newer style bracket would look like. Even though it's pretty much the same thing, just different. I'll show you under here on the hood of the wagon. Now this one's going to be a lot harder to see because there's alternators and stuff in the way. You got the radiator hose. But there is, again, you see the bracket's a little bit different, but it bolts up to the water pump on what? You got your top two bolts, left, right, the second one down on the right. And then you can see down here, I figured this would be a little bit easier than sending pictures. And you can see where it bolts to the exhaust manifold. Now, these two cars are 455s, so they're big blocks, but that doesn't make a difference because the only difference between a small block Olds and a big block is deck height. So where the water pump mounts and everything from that height and below is in the same location. Shits and giggles, why don't I show you another car? Alright, so that's my brother's 85 Riviera. This has got a 307 in it, front wheel drive. Woohoo! Now this one you're not going to see anything. Got the cruise control module in the way, alternator, all that crap. But if you look down in there, if I can get my arm out of the sunlight here, you can see right here is that bracket again. And here on the side, which you're probably not going to see anything again. And there you have it. So if you can't get them lined up that easily as they are in this car, then something is wrong. Either the brackets for a different engine, a different make, like it could be for a Chevy engine, or some hillbilly did some grinding on it and it just doesn't work anymore. But that's as simple as that, and that there's really, you don't got to shim them or anything. They just bolt right on and line up to the crank pulley. Also, I did want to say real quick that that Chevelle you were saying that you had back in the day, that would have came with a 307, but it would have been a Chevy 307, not an Olds. Totally different animal, totally different design. But hopefully that helps you out, man. All right, now we're going to return to your regular scheduled programming. So, back to the Cutlass. It looks good. It looks like it might even start, but we're not even close. We're going back in time with our build now. I had to remove the driver's side wheel well. That was hanging me up for a while. And I had to take the booster and master cylinder off the firewall. Left a nice gaping hole in the firewall. We had to take the wheel well out in order to get... Okay, so let me back up. What's going on here is we're trying to put this 455 in the car. We're trying to get it started, but we can't get the driver's side header on until we get the Z-bar and all the brackets and stuff in for the 4-speed. 4-speed's not going in yet, but we want to have the pedals and all that stuff in there. Everything but the transmission itself. So then we can fire this motor up, break it in, drive around the block, see how it does, then drop the 2-speed out of it and put the 4-speed in. So what my buddy Chris wanted to do is he said, let's hold off on putting this header on for now until we can fit the header in with the Z-bar and the push rods for the clutch. Well, we couldn't get in there because where the brackets go on the frame rail is directly below, right there, where the booster and the master were in the way. And getting in there with the wheel well in the way was going to be impossible also. So now that's out of the way, and this is just a burned tire. Came off the riv. Now, look at all that space we have to get in here. Not to mention, it was almost impossible to put the header bolts on. So instead of doing those from upstairs, now we can just get right in here. I'm gonna have to take the proportioning valve for the brakes, which looks like a jungle. I'm gonna have to disassemble all this, relocate everything, probably cut and extend some brake lines. And then we can proceed from there. So, now that the weather's finally, look, we got blue skies today, kinda. But now since the weather's changing for the better, and it's becoming summertime, now we can really get the balls in motion on this thing. Because when it's like 60 or below outside, those cinder block walls, that concrete floor right there, it's just too cold in here. I modified my heater hoses for the heater core. That one goes into the core, that one comes out, and it used to go straight to the water pump as a bypass. But I put a three-way connector in here, so now I can run this hose to the radiator. Because we've all seen it before, those little dummy caps they put on the radiator made out of rubber. After 6 months, they like dry rot and split, and then antifreeze starts spewing everywhere. So I'm gonna bypass that plug altogether by running 3 hoses. The wheel well out of the car the other day, I found some very interesting parts inside my fender. Well, now I know exactly why my driver door doesn't stay open on any surface. I found this, which there's supposed to be a roller that goes inside here. Kind of like this bolt would do. It would roll right here and lock it in place. And then this spring to keep tension on it. Well, whoever changed the door on my car all those years ago never put that back in. This is the 3rd car that this door has ever been on. From the factory, it's got a cream color behind the door panel. On top of the cream, there was blue. And then on top of the blue was the green that was on this car originally. So somehow, that driver door escaped the junkyard 2 times. It got taken off the cream car, it got taken off the blue car that it was put on, and then it was put on my green car, or yeah, green. So, 3rd car, 4th color. It went from cream to blue to green to black. I want to say thanks to Jed over at Scott Speed Shop for hooking me up with his buddy Rob over at Jegs. Got me a slight hookup on a McLeod clutch, and pretty good discount. But I had a clutch for this car that I was going to use, and it was a 10.5, and it was some off-brand. I was talking to Jed about it, and he's like, look, let me put you on the phone with Rob, we'll figure out what we need. And now maybe I won't smoke a clutch as easy. I was pretty impressed with what came in the box. It's pretty nice. Oh yeah, they gave me some cool stickers, man. Oh yeah, look at that. I'm gonna put these on like my dad's station wagon or something. But yeah, the pressure plate is actually the correct paint code. The correct color code for that red on that pressure plate is indeed, it's called Performance Red, I believe. But anyway, we got some 4-speed parts in here. I have pretty much everything I need now. Let's throw it rod, clutch rod. I have everything, return spring. The only thing I'm missing to put that 4-speed in the car now is I need the bracket that mounts my shifter to the trans, and I need the hump that you weld into the floor. So, yeah, there's a bell housing right there. 4-speed is next door in that garage right over here. The same garage that's encasing a 79 T-top Chrysler Cordoba that's hidden in there somewhere. And yeah, we're gonna go forward from here. But that's it for now, guys. I really just wanted to give everybody an update because I have not been uploading. It's been... Well, go! It's green! Idiots. Anyway, I haven't been doing anything in my garage. It's been too cold. Haven't even thought about working on my car. But now that it's magically warm out today and the sun's out and it feels good, I think I'm gonna do some stuff. So enjoy this video, see what's going on, and look forward to more videos coming up shortly in the future. This always happens in the winter time. We go down for months and we don't do anything, and then spring, summer, fall, we crank workout left and right. So everybody stay safe, don't get that beer virus, and I'll see everybody soon. See you later.